First pitch is hit right field. This is going to win it. Let's just see how far it goes. What is going on in 2020?
That grand slam right there from Matt Olson capped off a wild first full day of 2020 baseball, and I'm so excited to see what other piece of history is going to be made this season, because that was the first ever game in our entire history of baseball that a runner was allowed to start on second base in extra innings. Now, it didn't go the Angels' way, obviously, because they lost the game. Shohei Ohtani started off on second base, but Matt Chapman and Matt Olson actually rehearsed this. They said that if a ball was hit to Olson, he would fire it immediately to Matt Chapman, and they made the play. Other history from Yoenis Cespedes, Shane Bieber, Sonny Gray made Major League Baseball history. So just so much to talk about today. Thank you guys so much for stopping by for yet another episode of MLB Recap. We're not going to miss a single episode all year, so this is the place to be if you want to stay up to date with baseball. But without further ado, let's start talking about the games. Now, this was a little bit of history. It has been done before, but it's been 30, 40 years. The entire infield for the Toronto Blue Jays has ties to other major leaguers. You have Travis Shaw, you have Kevin Biggio, Bo Bichette, and Vladimir Guerrero Jr. All of their dads played baseball, so it's wild to say that all of their families have the genes. They're just born to play baseball. And yesterday, Kevin Biggio, he looked a little bit like his dad, Craig. Yeah, he did on this 3-run home run.
Biggio hammers one right field. Down the line, it is gone.
Boy, what a good at-bat by Biggio. Kevin hit 16 home runs a year ago.
So we had Hyun-Jin Ryu making his first start for the Blue Jays. He didn't look very good. Charlie Morton on the other side of the diamond did not look good as well. But one guy that you can always count on to throw a gem, I'm also going to knock on wood because I don't want to jinx, Jacob deGrom. He threw a nasty game against the Braves. He was touching 100 miles an hour. He struck out Ronald Acuna on a 100-mile-an-hour fastball. He was throwing 91-mile-an-hour changeups. He was electric. Now, the one player that I do want to note is Yoenis Cespedes. So he hasn't played since 2018. But the last two games that he played in, he had a home run. So he hit a home run yesterday to give the Mets the win. What does that mean? He has a home run in 3 consecutive games over the span of 2 years, which is absolutely mind-blowing to say out loud. But if you missed it, Cespedes, he's back, and I am rooting for the guy. Honestly, I hope he leads the NL in home runs. That's how much I like him. That's how special he is.
Cespedes 0 for 2 in his return. And he drives one deep left field. Hit it back toward the wall. That ball is out of here. Yoenis Cespedes.
If you guys missed the Indians versus the Royals game yesterday, I would highly recommend paying attention, because when you pass Bob Gibson, that's a pretty good pitching performance, and that's exactly what Shane Bieber did yesterday. He set the record for most strikeouts on opening day without allowing a single run, passing the Hall of Famer and maybe the greatest pitcher of all time, Bob freaking Gibson. So if you missed this, again, put everything else down, focus, because Shane Bieber, he did get a little bit of help from the umpire. He was unstoppable yesterday.
Swung out of this. He got him to chase a breaking ball in the dirt. Got him looking. So he is on fire. Up the ladder he goes with a fastball. Swing and a miss. He struck him out. What a night for Shane Bieber.
Now for 2020, I am going to try and switch it up, because if we go back to last year's MLB recap, it was mainly just me talking and then me showing a home run. I'm going to try and switch it up and show more pitching highlights and defensive highlights. I'm letting you guys know that this series is not going to get stale. We're going to refresh it almost every single day, but we're going to keep it with the pitching side, because Kyle Hendricks threw the first complete game shutout, or maybe even the first complete game on opening day for the Cubs since 1974, I believe. It's been a long time coming. Also, Ian Happ with this 3-run home run. There was a ton of 3-run home runs yesterday, so that's going to be the theme of today's video. Setting records, making MLB history, 3-run bombs coming from the Astros. We'll talk about that in just a second. But yeah, Kyle Hendricks, an absolutely dominant performance, and I got to tip my cap, because he's going to have to carry that Cubs squad if they're going to be relevant this year, because Darvish, he's going to be fine, but the Quintana and the Lester question marks, those are still there, so we got to wait until their first start.
On a 2-2, swing and a miss, strike 3. Swing and a miss, strike 3. Got him again. This guy is something else. 9 strikeouts.
Also, I do have to note as well that Anthony Rizzo hit a home run, so he looks prime and ready to go. So what I said about Derek Dietrich being a backup first baseman, who knows? Maybe he's going to be a second baseman. Maybe he's going to play third or the outfield. He is pretty versatile in that regard. We're going to move on to the Astros game. Obviously, there was no cheating involved. There was no banging on trash cans. There's no fans in the stands, and the Astros have a chip on their shoulder this year. They're trying to show the baseball community that they are good and they can win games without the aid of a trash can down in the dugout that was completely obvious. I don't know how they weren't caught sooner, but yeah, the Astros. But at least the Astros got some help from a guy that wasn't there when they cheated, Michael Brantley. I've always liked him. You know, he was a former Indian, so if he rakes, I'm cool with it. So Mookie Betts got his first RBI for the Dodgers yesterday. You guys all saw that. Max Muncy had a great day. We're going to show his home runs as well. But I think for me, the highlight of yesterday's game was what a human looks like if they ran into Pablo Sandoval. So we're not going to say anything else. Chris Taylor, he's probably waking up with a headache today, but luckily for them, they're playing the Giants. They have Max Muncy on their squad. They're not going to lose any game versus the Giants this year. They will probably go undefeated. They're terrible. The Giants are god-awful.
I'll come back into the point where he would collide with him, and he just goes down.
Fly ball to center field. Yastrzemski going back at the wall. The second tonight for Max Muncy.
Now, one note from that Dodgers game is Ross Stripling threw an amazing game, but the twist is, again, they were playing the Giants. So I want you guys to let me know in the comment section down below. If you're a Dodgers fan, do you think that Ross Stripling is going to be the real deal this year, or do you think that he's going to have a roller coaster season? Now, he's always been pretty good in the past. He should be on the Angels, actually, which kind of sucks because after blowing that game against the A's, I mean, Andrew Heaney gave it all that he could, and they still lost. So, yeah. Anyways, moving on to the Twins versus the White Sox game. We all know that the White Sox are much improved, but we know even more so that the Twins offense is going to score a ton of runs. Their offense is unlimited in terms of potential. You have Max Kepler going off for 2 home runs, so he ruined the debut of Luis Robert of the White Sox, who got his first base hit. He hit 115 miles an hour. Also, Yoan Moncada hit a 3-run home run, another 3-run bomb for the day. But yeah, the Twins offense between Luis Arias getting a few RBIs, Jorge Polanco had 2 RBIs, Max Kepler coming in huge with 2 home runs, the second multiple home run game of the day. I mean, how are you going to stop this team? They could give up 5 runs a game and still win because they're going to score 8 to 10 every single time.
Deep to right field. Kepler has done it again.
And he challenged him with the fastball again. He missed it earlier in the at-bat, but that one he did not miss.
If you're a Reds fan, you are feeling very, very confident right now. Shogo Akiyama, the new outfielder for the Reds, made an amazing play out in left field. You have Joey Votto hitting home runs, and then one of your newest signees, Mike Moustakas, had a home run and 4 RBIs. And on top of that, more Major League history. Sonny Gray has now gone 34 consecutive starts, not allowing more than 6 hits, which is just mind-blowing. How does he do that? So Sonny Gray is setting records. Mike Moustakas is going off. Joey Votto is adding to it. So if you're a Reds fan, again, I've already said this. I picked you guys to be my dark horse to win the World Series. And after yesterday's game, I know it was against the Tigers, so it might not count to some of you. I mean, honestly, the Reds with that lineup, they look like the National League version of the Twins or the Yankees. And there's the Dodgers as well, but I think it's Dodgers, Reds. I mean, they're going to score so many runs this year.
On home here, I do the same. And there's a drive into right field, and Michael Moustakas. What a Cincinnati Reds debut. 3 hits.
Speaking of scoring so many runs, what happened with the Red Sox yesterday? They scored 13 runs on 17 base hits, and Nathan Eovaldi looks sharp as well. Again, a lot of people are going to chalk this up to, they played the Orioles, fuzz, it doesn't count. I mean, to me it does, because the Red Sox, they've had so many injuries. They traded away Mookie Betts, and then he signed a fat contract. So it's been a very depressing offseason, but Pilar had a really good debut. JD came in huge. I think Jose Peraza tacked on 3, maybe 4 base hits. And then after that, Jesus Aguilar is trying to show everyone that he can still ball out. So he was the star for the Marlins yesterday. So we're going to show the Red Sox highlights and then Jesus Aguilar and his heroics.
An 0-2 coming from Nola. And that is drilled left center field and gone. A home run for Jesus Aguilar. His first as a Marlin, and it breaks the tie.
Could you imagine how good the Yankees would be if they held on to this guy, Lance Lynn? Yesterday, he went 6 innings, struck out 9 hitters, did not allow a single run. And if you guys don't remember, they also once upon a time had Sonny Gray. So they could have had a number 2 starter in Lance Lynn, a number 3 starter in Sonny Gray behind Garrett Cole. That would be absolutely electric. So I just said the Rangers got carried by Rougned Odor and Lance Lynn, and then also Jack Flaherty. He's back. He looks like he's ready to go. He threw 7 innings versus the Pirates, and they had a little comeback because Paul DeJong, he's just so good. He's going to be, I hope that he has a really good offensive season, because the last 2, he's been worse and worse as the years progress.
Special player, and he works on everything. Works on the lead. He works on taking extra bases.
High fly ball, deep left field, at the wall, gone! 2-run homer, Paul DeJong.
The last highlight that I need to show you guys is coming from Madison Bumgarner as he makes his debut for the Arizona Diamondbacks. And Eric Hosmer, he had some other things. Yeah, he was not trying to lose this game. And Madison Bumgarner did not look very good.
And a fly ball sent out towards right center field. Calhoun going back towards the wall. And that ball is going to be a one-hopper to the wall. Hosmer drives it to left field. Peralta going back, and he leaps, can't get it. 3 more runs are in. The second bases clearing double on the night for Eric Hosmer.
All right, guys, well, that is going to do it for all of the highlights from yesterday. I hope that you did enjoy. If I missed anything, or if you guys think that I should add anything to this series, trivia, maybe more this day in Major League Baseball history, more defensive clips, anything like that, let me know in the comment section down below. I really want to include you guys in the videos with comments and screenshots and everything like that. Just get the community involved, because that's what baseball is all about. If we want to grow this game, we got to stick together. So thank you guys so much for watching, and enjoy this day in Major League Baseball history.
I know Casey Stengel feels the same way, and I'm awfully glad to be with him on his big day. I also know I'll lose a dear friend if I don't stop talking, as I know I'm eating into his time. And that is...
3-2 pitch to Chris Bryant. In the air to center field. Herrera going back toward the wall. Does he have it? He reaches down. Did he make the catch? He made the catch! The 13th no-hitter in Philadelphia Phillies franchise history.